Hello there, welcome to another episode of World of Tanks and Ungainly Titan. So I spent the morning, or shall we say the midday probably, reviewing videos that I'd already recorded from games to see which of them were suitable to show, or possible candidates that I could show to you guys on my channel. Turns out quite a few of them were complete trash, as in the videos were incomplete or damaged in some way. It happens if I don't reboot the laptop that I used to record the video on reasonably regularly. It sometimes runs into problems storing the video or picking up the recording. I'm not exactly sure what it is, whether it's an issue with the drivers for the AverMedia device or what it is, but normally I use it to record onto the laptop rather than recording onto an SD card. Probably because the laptop has more capacity really, so I do it every couple of days and I transfer stuff over to the computer that I'm editing on. And as I pointed out in a recent video that I haven't been playing terribly well, but the other thing that has been going on is that when I do play or have a good game, or, you know, it was an enjoyable game from my point of view, but the games are terribly one-sided. They're washouts. The games where I am on a team that does really well, and I might do well in terms of experience and stuff like that, and actually get quite a bit of damage and things.
Ready to fire on target.
And or I might not, in the sense that I might get a couple of shots off and get overwhelmed. But the team generally has collapsed, or is collapsing, or is about to collapse. And overall, they're kind of uninteresting. Like, they're a bit one-sided as battles. Probably going to finish up having to use some of them because I don't have much else to show at the moment. But this is probably one of the more interesting remaining videos that I've got. I mean, obviously I'm going to start playing some more as well, so I might, you know, have a bunch of interesting battles tomorrow. Who knows? One can only hope. So we're here on Cliff once again on the T28 Prototype. It's a tier 8 game, and it starts off, you know, quietly enough. I didn't go into the middle. I think the tank is too slow for the middle. By the time I get there, I won't have a good position, and I don't think the turret is really up for the job. So I just went around here in the corner. I could have gone up where that heavy tank, another tank destroyer is, but I find that position to be somewhat circumstantial, in that if the team sets up the right way and the enemy team do the right things, so to speak, you're going to have a great game up there. And a lot of the time you just don't get into the shootout until the position's overwhelmed. Supporting the villages, this tank is probably better off doing it directly, as in going up behind the tanks that are holding the corner and just giving them direct supporting fire. But I decided to come out here into the centre. I have binoculars to get the view range, and so I can spot for myself if I need be. It would be nice to have a bit more support, but you know, the tanks we're fighting against aren't exactly making it hard. And we're doing alright, you know. We've gotten 3 or 4 damaging ribbons in. It's we've got a kill. It's what, 4 minutes into the game, and that Tiger P isn't as good a spot as he thinks he is, because I can shoot into the roof of his turret. Team though isn't doing too well. We're getting a bit of a hiding, so I'm doing my best. You know, the other advantage, I suppose, of this location is you do get the opportunities to shoot into the centre every now and again. So I can take my attention from the Tiger P. I thought he'd back up a little bit more there. That would have been nice to finish him off at that point in time. He's firing HE at me, so he's going to do damage, but put a round into the Comet because, you know, he's out far enough. and he was an easier target. And although I probably should have gotten rid of the gun.
Dropping target.
Not good shooting on my part. I just swung the turret there a little bit.
Locked on.
But we finish him off, and we've pulled back a bit actually. We're not as badly off as we were. There's an O&E heading for the base, in the kind of arrogant way that these big tanks do. Don't have a clean shot at him though. I would finish him off pretty lively if I do get a shot at him. And here he comes, and yeah. I only get one shot. We actually managed to finish him off. I now have the Comet again.
Unlocking target.
But the bigger problem now is coming from around from the village and over the centre of the map. So I've decided to come down. Took fire from someone there. I have no idea what direction that shot came from. Bounced off the turret actually, I think, or the roof. Not sure. There's more fire coming in from the middle. And I reckon I need to get up to support the middle. Now I have no idea whether there's anybody here or not. There's the STA-1. And then we spot the Comet, which is not where I expected to find him. And then I thought I was in real trouble here because there's a Leopard PTA. Now he should have no problem penetrating me. But he bounces that one. And he bounces that one. No, I have no problem penetrating him, so as long as he stands there and exchange fire and keeps bouncing them, I don't mind. But he should be able to put shots through the roof of the turret or through the turret cheeks without any difficulty. And I think pretty much any gun that he's got, he's a tier 9 tank. Even his stock guns should be tier 7 or tier 8. I don't know what they haven't driven that tank, so I don't know what his what the stock guns are, but the German guns, they should be reasonably good penetration on them. I would expect, anyway. So we've actually managed to pull it back a good bit, and you'd think, you know, there's actually hope for us. And then we have Lorraine charging out here. I don't know what he thought he was doing. I mean, it's not like I wasn't spotted or anything. And I have this medium tank above me, which is giving me a lot of concern. Now that's the STA-1. Now I was aware at this point that I had 5 kills, but I wasn't inclined to go after the Leopard PTA because he had the maneuverability. Now I thought the STA-1 was closer here to the top, and I did go after him. In hindsight, I was a little bit overly brave, I think, here. I am taking a big risk coming out. I did think this guy was farther forward. I hadn't expected him to have pushed back so far. Now, I'm not sure if this was actually really smart on my part, but it didn't matter. It wasn't the STA-1 that killed me. It was the artillery. Now you think, okay, there's 2 tanks remaining. We should still be able to pull this off. There's a Motherland, which is a pretty decent tank, and a Tiger 1, which is also a pretty decent tank. And like I said, you know, you think if these guys stuck together, now if any of them had followed me out, if the Motherland had stayed out with me, come up, we would have taken that STA-1, or if he had advanced up the other route. So the Leopard PTA has come at him, and the STA-1 is now shooting at the Tiger 1. But this Tiger 1 is completely ineffectual. He can't see the STA-1, and he gets completely distracted by this fact. So he finishes up. He wants to support the Motherland. He knows that he should support the Motherland, but he keeps getting distracted in what he's doing. And he finishes up not doing anything. What should he have done? Well, I think actually should have moved towards the sea, towards the western end of the map. put distance, use the house to put distance between himself and the STA1. The artillery actually took him out. That M12 was definitely on the ball. He was paying attention. So that's the way the game ended. First class mastery, 4,000 damage, 5 kills, a high caliber, 1,800 block damage, probably mostly courtesy to that leopard. So I hope you found the video interesting. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you do, please consider giving it a like and giving the channel a subscription. And again, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all again soon.